Hello students, this is Miss Dalton, and this video is on writing polynomials in standard and factored form from given zeros. So the first examples that we're going to look at is we're going to write a polynomial function in factored form. Now we also have the requirements that it needs to be in at least a degree of 3. It needs to have rational coefficients, a leading coefficient of 1, and the given zeros. Now, you don't really have to worry about all of those particular traits that much, because when we write it in factored form, it's just going to be our factors. So the rational coefficients are going to kind of take care of themselves. It will have a leading coefficient of 1, and so that's just saying that you don't need to find the leading coefficient. We just are assuming that the polynomial has a leading coefficient of 1. So in this first example, we have the solutions 1, 2, and negative 4. Another word for solutions is zeros, so those are our zeros. So if you remember from before, when you have your factor, so let's say I have the factor of x plus 2, but I need to know what my solutions are. Well, when you find your solutions, you set them equal to 0. And so you would subtract 2, and so that would give you an x value of negative 2. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the difference between the solution and the factors. Okay, so this is a solution or a 0, but this is what the factor is. So you can see that they're giving you the zeros. Well, if we compare how the 0, negative 2, is written as a factor as x plus 2, notice that those numbers are opposites. So when you write these as a factor, you're going to put them in as opposites. So plus 1 is going to be an x minus 1. A positive 2 is going to be an x minus 2. And negative 4 is going to be an x plus 4. And this is in factored form. Factored form just means you're going to leave it as factors. You're not going to multiply them together. And so this is your polynomial. We can just call this f of x. And so this would be your answer. So it's literally as simple as that. You just write your solutions or your zeros as factors. Okay, so with my solution of 0 in part B, my solution is 0. Well, remember that when we got a solution of 0, that's when we just have x. So when you have a 0 as your solution, your factor is just going to be x. Now, the 2i. You need to remember that complex numbers always come in pairs. And so if I have a solution of positive 2i, I'm also going to have the solution of negative 2i. Okay? So when I write those as my factors, I'm going to have x minus 2i, and I'm also going to have x plus 2i. And this is in factored form. So you would just leave it like this, f of x equals. So keep that in mind, that when you have your imaginary solutions, you're going to have a positive and you're going to have a negative. So when you have to list the factors, you want to list both of them. So this one, part C, I have a solution of I. There's my positive I, but I'm also going to have a negative I. So when I write my factors, I'm going to have f of x equals x plus I, x minus I, and the negative 5 is going to be x plus 5. And there I have it in factored form. All right, you're also going to have to write your polynomials in standard form. So in this example, I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, the first step is you're going to write it in factored form. So if I have 2, 1, and 0, this gives me a factor of x. This gives me a factor of x minus 1. and this is going to give me a factor of x minus 2. Okay, so let's write that out. We're going to have f of x equals, now generally we put the x first, and then the binomials, x minus 2 times x minus 1. Well, to write it in standard form, you just have to multiply that out. So you can either start and multiply the first two, or you can start by multiplying the last two. Now I'm going to go ahead and start by multiplying my first two, which means I would just distribute. So this would be x squared minus 2x. Now I'm going to take that x squared minus 2x and multiply it times x minus 1. So you have to use FOIL. X squared times x gives you x to the third power. X squared times a negative 1 gives you a negative 1x squared. Then you would do negative 2x times x, which gives you negative 2x squared. And then you would have negative 2x times a negative 1, which is going to give you positive 2x. So if I combine my like terms, I bring down my x to the third, but I can combine the negative x squared and a negative 2x squared. That's going to give you negative 3x squared, and then plus 2x. So this is your polynomial written in standard form. So you'll just write it in factored form, and then you'll multiply it out. So let's do this next one. We have negative 2, which as a factor is going to be x plus 2. Then we have 2, which is going to be the factor x minus 2. Then we have a negative 4, which is going to be the factor x plus 4. Let's go ahead and multiply these two together. So this, you would have to use FOIL. So x times x is x squared. Now notice when I do this, this would give me a negative 2x, but then when I do this, positive 2x, the positive 2x and the negative 2x, they cancel. And then 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. You should recognize this as a difference of squares. So you can, if you recognize that you've got two factors that would make a difference of squares, you can go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to take this x squared minus 4, and now I'm going to multiply it times the x plus 4. So let's do that. X squared times x is x to the third. Then we'd have x squared times 4, 4x squared. Then we'd have a negative 4x. And then we'd have a negative 4 times positive 4, which is negative 16. And there's no like terms that I need to add, and so this would be my f of x. This is my polynomial. All right, let me go ahead and move this over a little bit so we can do this next one. So we have the zeros of negative 1, which is going to be x plus 1. Now, we've got this I here. Well, this is my negative I, which means I also am going to have a positive I, so I need to use both of them. So I'm going to have x plus I times x minus I. Now, when you have these complex numbers, I would go ahead and multiply these together first. I'll show you why. You're going to do x times x, which is x squared. When I do x times negative I, that gives me negative ix. When I do I times x, I get ix. And notice that ix, negative ix, those cancel. And then you would have an I times a negative I, which is a negative I squared. Now, remember, I squared is equal to negative 1. So you can substitute for I squared a negative 1, which is going to give you x squared minus a negative 1, which is x squared plus 1. But remember, I need to take that, and now I need to multiply it times this one, x plus 1. So go ahead and multiply x times x squared. That gives you x to the third. Then x times 1 would just be x. then you'd have 1 times x squared, which is x squared, and 1 times 1 is 1. I would write that in descending order, so you would have f of x equals x to the third plus x squared plus x plus 1. And that would be your polynomial. All right. Well, that is it for this lesson. Remember, you will either need to write it in factored form or standard form, but you have to write it in factored form first before you can get it into standard form. All right, we'll work some problems in class.